All right, I am live. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the credit and cash flow room. I am known as the queen of credit and the credit documentary stories on Rosa Parks, for example. Hold on, let me pause. And this. One of the things, this is one of my videos, Queen of Credit, because of my results of credit restoration, revisioning, and rebranding your credit, right? So I want to hop on real quick, share this live with you. I know this is not my normal time on a Friday, but hopefully you can watch the replay. If you're coming in, it's the 5 minutes of fame. Drop your city and state or simply say hello. If you are joining me via YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope. So I saw all of these announcements today. Do you all like this is my Black Lives Matter edition of my Black Lives Matter, right? Representing the culture, right? My Black Lives Queen. You kind of see that? Let me move over some. My Queen edition, Black Lives Matter. And so hope you all like that. Just so much going on. Brutality, killings, murders in the Black community. So this is representing Black Lives Matter edition. Thank you. T Love of Periscope says, love it, love it. Thank you so much. Martin is in. You are the first this time, Martin, from Detroit, Michigan. Now you are the first coming in from the 313 Detroit. T Love is coming in from Periscope. South Bend, let me move my hair back. South Bend, Indiana. It's kind of hot in here too. It's kind of hot in Mississippi. We had this hurricane coming through. So very humid weather today, right? I'm not on the coastal part of Mississippi that has some effects, right? But very little, right? So I'm very thankful for that. Gwen, yes, you are back in the house from Texas. Hello, Gwen, in the house from Texas. We have Maryland, Sandra Battle from Maryland, Trey Lincoln. Hello to you, Trey. How are you? Oh, thank you, Jesus. Jesus from the Philippines is in, aka California. He says, I make everything look better. Thank you so much. Gwen says you'll take the second spot. What's the second spot, Gwen? What's the second spot? Richmond, Virginia, we have 2 more minutes. So even if you're watching this on the replay, I get a lot of people on the replay that they didn't catch the live stream, and they will drop their city and state and they will say hello on the replay. So even if you're watching on the replay, say hello, drop your city and state. Hello, Lee. So glad that you tuned in. Lee, aka Les Brown. Glad you tuned in. All Gwen says is Martin was the first, she take the second spot. So glad, Gwen. That means you all have subscribed to the channel. And right next to that subscription button, guess if it should be on this side. Let me see if I'm pointing on with the right thing. Subscribe button. You should see a bell right next to subscribe. So hit that subscribe button right there. Subscribe to the channel. You say I'm repping the RBG. RBG, repping, I guess the Queen repping the RBG. So I guess that means Black girls. I don't know. What does that mean, Mark? What is the RBG acronym? Oh my God. Thank you, Gwen. She said she looked forward to the live stream. Martin, I don't know what's up with Jesus. He's changed his profile picture. I want to see the real Jesus. I want everybody, whether you're watching live in the replay, say, let's see the real Jesus. Right? Let's see the real Jesus. I don't know. Jesus, what is that profile? It has 1, 2, 3, 5 horns in it. Baton Rouge is in the house. Hope you're safe, right, in Baton Rouge. Gwen, thank you so much, Queen. She said she looks forward to my live streams. So this is the 5 minutes of fame. Drop your city, state, say hello, or in the case of Martin and Jesus, drop your jokes and or compliments, right? And my last shout out that I'm going to get in from Facebook, Ronnie Foster, hello from Florida, right? Hello from Florida. Can't wait to get back to Florida to enjoy the beaches, restaurants, and the scenery, right? Whenever this thing lift up. So much breaking information today that I decide to go live and tell you all about all of these breaking news and these layoffs, right? I'm about to give it to you. I'm about to tell it. I'm about to spill the tea. Thank you so much, K-Love. This is in support of my Black Lives Matter Queen Edition, right? Shirt. So supporting the cause and supporting the culture. Love you back on Periscope. Love you back. Love you back. I live to live stream so I can communicate with you all. So let's get into the topic. MGM, we'll start with that today. The first announcement. Oops, hold on. Make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Okay, MGM Resorts. This is too busy though. Let me try to find another article. Will lay off 18,000 workers as business still lags from the pandemic. Right? As business still lags from the pandemic. MGM Resorts International said today it will lay off, listen people, 18,000 employees nationwide, a total representing more than 25% of the United States to U.S. workforce. The totals largely represent furloughed workers who were notified in late June that more permanent separation from the company was possible. The company is one of Nevada's largest employers and had a total of 83,000 worldwide workers prior to the pandemic. The layoffs are yet another sign that Las Vegas is not recovering quickly from the closures wrought by the pandemic. MGM, the largest operator of casinos on the Las Vegas Strip. You all, it is serious when casinos have to lay off 18,000 workers, right? The largest operator of casinos on the Las Vegas Strip has not been able to fill its hotel rooms and casino capacity that has been restricted since Nevada began reopening in June. Restaurants and bars are still under capacity restraints, and convention business has all but dried up from the tourist-driven town, right? So that's breaking news with MGM. And so I began to research and read and more announcements about layoffs continue to flood my phone today. And people, that's why I have been religiously live streaming. Don't care if it's 20 people on, 10 people on, 50, 70, 100. Sometimes YouTube algorithms says 1,000. Oh my God, here come Easy. Queen, let me read some of these things. Florida is a hot mess down here. LOL, don't rush to get there too soon. Well, I thought I was at least going to see some of the NBA games. I didn't know that those games would be blocked, right? But I can't wait till things return to normal so I can go. Easy E says from Easy, am I Swanee, Georgia? Easy E says Republican voters love Trump. He's doing a great job. Can I post the link? Sure. Let's post that link. Easy. I'm going to pull up something just for you, and I want your opinion. I want your opinion on this. Easy. Let me give you the link to CBS News. I don't think that will be much distorted as my other links. All right. So I'm going to share this link, and you can just Google it. Right. You can just Google this. You'll find many, many articles. It's nothing in particular. Doctor on corona death, but this is another article. MGM to cut 18,000 workers who were previously furloughed, right? Will lay off or cut 18,000 workers who have not been called back in 6 months. The date is August 31st for thousands of workers that MGM said it hasn't been able to bring back to their jobs, right? So they did notify them by August 31st. So here's one link. That's CBS, but you can easily Google it. I'm not trying to scare anyone. But you know what? I'm just taking this economy as no one is safe. Vincent says, I work for FedEx. Do you think I'm safe? I think FedEx had some layoffs at the beginning of the year, but I'm just in April of 2020, FedEx did have some layoffs. And let's see, they announced some job cuts, right? But I tell people that be very fortunate if you have a job, and if you still have a paycheck, right? If you still have a paycheck, please get more money out of your paycheck by incorporating a home-based business in it. That way you can increase your paycheck $200 to $800 a month, because there are some cases in which people have spouses that have lost jobs and they need all the money that they can get out of their paychecks, right? Out of their paychecks. So I haven't seen any breaking news, which is great news for you, from FedEx. I do know people that had symptoms of the virus and that they were not, and they were laid off because they tested positive or symptoms. But let me put this article for you and only you. Easy, I want you to stay on to the end, right? Hello, Tyra Board. She says hello. Vincent said take it day by day. This is April 21st, 2020. It just said in April, FedEx were furloughing some workers because of the revenue crunch caused by the Rona. The retail unit of Memphis, for example, based FedEx Corporation, April 20th. The furloughs are part of temporary measures to protect financial stability of the company. And so, but there were a lot of companies that in April and that were doing layoffs, right? Now, the manufacturing, automobile industry, those are a great concerns for me. I don't see people buying new vehicles, right? And I don't see that coming back, but let's hope that I'm wrong, right? Let's hope that I am not correct on that one as I read my comments. Oh, Mark says, come to Detroit. I don't want to come to Detroit, not right now. I'm going to let Michigan go through its due diligence, okay? Jones says he's waiting on Cybertruck. Elaborate. What is are those the self-driving trucks? What's Cybertruck? Yeah, warehousing is hit hard. Maybe if FedEx deliver for Amazon, that would help, right? Maybe if FedEx deliver for Amazon, or do you all? No, that's usually UPS that delivers for Amazon, right? That I see in Mississippi and post office. Jones said Tesla. Okay, Jones, what are you looking to do with the Cybertruck? Let me know how you're looking to utilize that. Now, let's look at Coca-Cola layoffs, right? Let's look at Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola says it will cut thousands of workers, right? This is breaking news today, August 28, 2020. Coca-Cola will eliminate thousands of jobs in the U.S. and abroad, the company said today. It is the latest in the series of cuts that has reduced the beverage giant's workforce. Listen to this, people, by roughly 100,000 people, right? But this has been in the last 8 years, bringing its head count to about 60,000 at the start. Wow. 60,000 at the start of 2020. Coca-Cola said it was offering buyouts to 4,000 of its employees, right, in the United States and Canada for the first phase of job reductions. So 4,000 people have already been offered buyouts. It said that it would soon extend a similar number of buyouts to workers in its international divisions as well. The Atlanta-based company, in its announcement, called the buyouts strategic and part of a plan to pursue its Beverage for Life strategy. The statement included no mention of the Rona or recent economic downturn. The company also avoided using the word layoffs, right? Instead, calling the job cuts either voluntary or involuntary separations, right? But Coke's operations have been hurt by the current pandemic. Half of Coca-Cola sales come from stadiums, right? So that makes sense. Movie theaters and other places where people gather in large numbers. The venues have been mostly closed during this pandemic. Revenue tumbled 28% in the company's recent quarter, right? Shares of Coca-Cola are also down 13% this year, although they rose on Friday just to under $49 following the new layoffs. Several large companies have announced mass layoffs as the economic downturn caused by the Rona continues to drag on, as more economics are now predicting, listen at this, people, double dip in the current recession, right? Double dip in the current recession. Earlier this week, American Airlines announced, and this is the second portion, American Airlines announced 19,000 employees would be laid off. And last week, an additional 1.6 million Americans filed for unemployment. And as of mid-August, 27 million people were receiving jobless aid of some sort. So let's talk about the stimulus being put on hold as I go to the second part. Okay, you all are this pandemic and automation. Jesus, that's why I've been telling people, automation has always been a part of the plan. Automation has always been a part of the plan. And it's not just killing the economy, it's having effects on people's health. Because in order for automation to take its full force, right, it has to be powered by 5G Wi-Fi. You can't power Tesla Cybertrucks without powerful internet connections. And this powerful internet connection give powerful radiation rays. And although it's titled a virus, it's the radiation. It's the radiation. It's the invisible enemy that you can't see, touch, or feel that our president, whether you believe what he's saying or not, refers to. The invisible enemy. So how do you remain healthy? It's definitely not by suffocating yourself with a piece of cloth in the hottest months that there is and cut off your oxygen supply and you breathing like this. It's by knowing what can help protect the human body against harmful radiation rays, because AG is here, it's in full effect, and it's not going anywhere. Actually, they're talking about 6G. So what do you have to do? Number one, if you have pre-existing health issues, you have to get healthier, right? Did you all know, for example, there's no cure for the common cold? But yet, some type of way, the body still contracts the symptoms without a cure, without a vaccine, right? But there are symptoms that let you know you have the common cold. Likewise, there are symptoms that you retract when a different form of radiation has been released into the environment. So likewise, you have to study what are some ways to produce a healthier immunity. What are some stones that I can wear that helps protect against radiation, right? And what healthy habits, right, do I need to now incorporate into my life to build my immunity? What healthy habits do I need to do to get rid of diabetes, to get rid of high blood pressure, if I'm overweight or obese? What are some healthy habits? And even healthy people can be affected by radiation. So what are some things you need to do, right, to protect yourself against radiation, right? So that's my little spiel. Hello, Jamie from Periscope. Jamie, real glad to have you on. Let me see. You all on a whole nother topic, but let's see. Patrick, this the realest they're going. Oh yes, they are going back. I've been making videos on that. They're going back to blockchain technology. It's going to be through the post office. We're going back to postal banking. Now, many of you all may be thinking, going back, Queen, what do you mean going back? We never had. Yes, we did. From 1911 to 1967, we had postal banking. We are returning to that because that reaches the rural people and communities. And blockchain and crypto technology will be a big deal in that, right? Some companies restructured their paycheck, which cut workers' pay. How exactly on YouTube did that restructure happen? Man, so I love my credit card limit, but I make a ton of money with my coin collection and coin auctions. Okay. Tyra says, I feel child support should be more understanding, especially if a man is laid off and cannot support himself. Patrick says, Patrick, you know what? I'm not training people, and I agree with you, but I'm not training people for the digital economy until I train people what's stealing their wealth. Until people understand what's stealing your wealth first, how to protect yourself once you make money off capital gains return from taxes, from paying more of the money that you make, whether it's off investments, or whatever you're doing, then I'm not training people how to make more money until they understand how to keep the money that they're investing in. And until they do that, I'm not going to offer them training. Maybe somebody else will, because I'm tired of people coming to me telling me that they made so much money in Forex, they made so much money in trading and stocks or cryptocurrency, right? And then they have a big tax bill at the end of the year, right? A big tax bill. Cash flow is not about just how much money you make. It's also about how you make your money so you can be taxed less. We just talked about Jeff Bezos makes $2,489 per second. Per second, people. Not minute, second. Second. There are 60 seconds in a minute. Makes $2,489 per second. Right? He's a billionaire, yet he pays legally zero in federal taxes. Right? Madden, I'm about to block you from my channel. If you want to talk about your coin collection, do it on your own platform, because no one is going to come here and make networks and connections. And if you lose money, the first thing people are going to say was, I made contact with this person through the Queen's channel. Right? Not going to do that. Now, you are welcome to follow him. You are welcome to subscribe to his YouTube and get training from there, right? So make sure you follow him. But I'm not going to allow anyone to market themselves unless I have the vision with them on my channel, because people, when they lose money, they always want someone to blame except themselves, right? Except themselves. We need postal banking because it helps the poor have a bank account. Most poor people don't have banking accounts because they get their credit mixed up, and then they get in the credit check systems in which they are denied banking account privileges because of the check systems. What that means is they write bad checks or they have insufficient funds. So that's why many poor people don't have checking accounts. Thank you, Jamie. I'll take the cash flow over capital gains. Easy, stay here. Lisa said no. Please explain. No federal taxes paid. Okay, you are trying to make this into a lesson on a Friday, right? Let's see. Let's Google it. Let's have you all. If I get 10 people to hashtag and come in credit class, then I'll do it. You all want to have class on a Friday, I'll do it. But I do have somewhere to go later on. I'm in credit class and I'll do it. Credit class. I got one. It's not taught in high school by design. In 1912, I think, they created the GEB, General Education Board, in which they did not want this taught in schools. And the quote behind this is they want to create a nation of workers and not thinkers. So it's not part of your school curriculum by design, not by default. It's by design. It's been that way since the 1900s, right? And that's why, but YouTube is a great tool for education, educating people and informing them if you select the right teachers. Superman said he just got online. What's the subject today? One of the subject is my Queen Edition Black Lives Matter shirt, right? That's top subject. But the second subject is I just got a notification. The layoffs from Coca-Cola, MGM will lay off 18,000. Two major airlines will have massive layoffs, and Coca-Cola will cut thousands, right, as well. So, all right, we got enough credit class. Okay, let me try to teach this. Was not taught in school in like 5 minutes. Let's try. Amazon, Jeff Bezos, this was February of 2019. So we do know that this year's tax season for 2020 has not. Wow, I didn't mean to click on this, but that's some breaking news. Experian Boost now lets you add one-time Netflix payments to raise your credit scores. This free service helps people improve their credit scores by giving them credit for paying their bills on time. Starting July 27th, you can now add your Netflix on-time payments history to Experian Boost. Let me tell you all something about Experian Boost to help you improve your credit score, right? Why I incidentally clicked on this article, how Experian Boost work, connect your bank accounts to pay your bills, choose and verify deposit payment, receive it updated. So if you are paying your outstanding bills on time, right, it will help. But let me tell you this about Experian Boost. And a lot of people in the credit repair industry trick people. If that's the correct phrase. They trick people by doing this. They have people, and I'll share this. They have people to sign up for Experian Boost, right? And then they get these people on their live streams and say, hey, they've gotten a credit score increase. And I don't think these people did if they are paying their bills on time. And, if they have Netflix and bills and things like that. The only thing these people did was add their bill paying. And if they had funds in their checking account, which, maybe they keep their balance above $400, well, Experian Boost will give you a rise in your credit score. But this is what people are failing to understand. That's just Experian Boost. This is not what the banks and lenders look at for your FICO score. That's an Experian-based product. So when you go to apply for a credit card, get a loan, or apply for a vehicle loan, right? This is not what they're looking at. Right? This is not what they're looking at. This is just something that Experian Boost have, right? So again, I didn't, I clicked on it incidentally, but I want to educate you. I've heard that Equifax is leaving Credit Karma. As of right now, they're still on it, right? But I did hear that article as well, right? So let's get into Jeff Bezos. You all made me put my hair in a little ponytail because it's hot. Oh my God, it's hot. These lights, it's hot. All right, Amazon to pay zero federal taxes. Notice that it said federal. This year is partially thanks to Trump. Amazon is one of the most valuable companies, valued at nearly 800 billion with the B. And the e-commerce giant has put in $232.9 billion in global revenue in 2018. And yet, Amazon's federal tax bill this year is $0, people, for second time in a row. Second time in a row. In fact, check this out. In fact, Amazon is actually getting a federal tax refund. Did you all know that? Of $129 million. Right? Thank you, Tyra. You said my shirt is so dope. Did you all know that? Let me put this. That Amazon, in fact, got a tax refund. They pay actually nothing in taxes, but they got a federal tax refund and 1.29 million. Now, if you all came in late, right, this is at the 35-minute mark. I discussed earlier in this live stream the layoffs by Coca-Cola, MGM, and also two major airlines. But I'm teaching this part because I want people to understand the power of a home-based business added to your paycheck, right? 129 millions and part of combination of tax credit people and deductions. You all do not have enough tax credits. You only make money off of your paycheck, and you are in the highest tax bracket. If you are an employee, you are getting taxed 30 to 40%. Yes, employees are paying all the taxes, as well as people in the S side of the quadrant, which is specialists, solo, people that want to work alone. They don't want leverage income. They want labored income. Specialists, doctors, lawyers, whether they have LLCs or corporations, right? They pay the independent contractors. They make six figures, but they pay higher taxes than the employee pays, right? So what you have to do, people, whether you're making money off capital gains or not, right? Well, I'm pretty sure easy if Jeff Bezos' wife donated that was a well-needed tax write-off. Right, they better get a home-based business. I mean, that's what I've been telling people, because even if you make money in Forex, right, Jamie, if you have a W-2, let me share this with you all. We said we was gonna have class. I need to go. I'm invited to actually a birthday celebration, but you are the highest tax individual. And so even if you trade Forex, even if you're trading coins, even if you're flipping coins, even if you are flipping stocks or day trading stocks, you desperately need a home-based business like yesterday. Like yesterday. Let me forward this clip. Because you don't know about the silent income killer that's killing your paycheck, and it's called inflation, right? You need to be on this side of this quadrant where your paycheck or your cash flow income is taxed 10 to 20%. I saw two powerful videos today about that. I'm going to share it with you.
You are killing it.
Oh, on a big level. That's right. That's right. So how is making wealth real, Junior? How are we helping combat those two challenges? Because it can seem kind of dark and gloomy. You got inflation going up, daycare going up, nail care going up, restaurant food going up, tax going up. How is making wealth real helping us feel better about offsetting all of those things? All in one whop. What does the home-based business do to offset this?
The home-based business is the best thing going, because the home-based business gives you three solutions at one time. First of all, you have virtual solutions, which is what we're doing right now. We're leveraging Facebook and all these other platforms to get our message out. This is the business we're doing. Secondly, we have experts that help us with our finances to get all that in order. And then thirdly, you have a home-based business, which gives you all the tax deduction to fight this. See, tax deduction is what I look for. This is a 1099 business we're doing. I need all of the write-offs I can get, so I can write off my entire lifestyle. So I don't even have to worry about all the inflation in the world, because I keep my money with me longer. That's the thing. I keep all my cash with me longer. And that's what we're going to show you what MWR has allowed us to do, to buy into a franchise, to give us a business, to say to the government, hey,
I don't think you all quite understand. He just said it gives you the opportunity to buy into a franchise. That means the same tax deduction that billionaire Jeff Bezos have, or someone that owns a McDonald's franchise or any other franchise have. You have the opportunity to have those same deductions, the same type of leveraged cash flow, right? Leveraging other people's labor, skill, time, and even their expertise for under $1,000 or even under $500. Because if you went out and bought a franchise business on your own, you would have to invest thousands of dollars. You get an opportunity to do it for hundreds of dollars.
I know I have a job, but I also have a home-based business. Could you please not tax me, or can I have some of my money back?
That's right.
That's what we're doing. I got a business, just like Walmart, Target. Hey, this is a business.
Right.
I want my money back.
So here's how it works. If you have a business, guys, I want you to put this in your notes. It's not how much money you make. It's how you make your money. That's very, very important. It's not how much money you make. It's how you make your money.
I'm trying to emphasize that to you all the time. It's not how much money you make, it's how you make your money. AR, where are you from? You seem to be very financial intelligent. So AR, because you're so correct, short-term investments are taxed the same as your income pay. That's what I've been trying to tell people. They want to flip. You're taxed just like an employee. Jamie Real from Periscope, where are you from? Did you put it when you first came in, Jamie? Because you're so right. You'll take cash flow over capital gains. People, okay, AR is from Maryland. Okay. And you're welcome, Superman. Very refreshing to have people that kind of get what you're saying after you said it 1,000 times, right? And there's so many people that's making money virtually from internet access through this business for hundreds of dollars. That it's ridiculous. I myself is making $3,500 a month of passive income. And if I didn't have my credit repair business, I probably would be making $5,000 to $10,000, right? I'm still trying to get at that point, because when I do my credit repair business, that's me, and it's overwhelming. But I just can't put the brakes on it yet, because I understand we're in a credit and economic crisis. But I promise you, I'm exiting it in the next year or two, because it is very mentally draining. It is very mentally draining. I don't want to build a team. I don't want to build a business. I'm continuing to do the consultation as I've been doing it, but I have an exit plan, and I'm going to build myself in this business to the point that I'm making $10,000 at least a month from passive income, right? But it's just so overwhelming with my credit clients right now. It's just hard for me to put the brakes on it. All right, so let me continue to let this roll.
So when I say how you make your money, this country, Junior, they try to trick you with what are called tax codes. And this is all they do. They throw a bunch of letters and numbers at you, and they want you to go, this is confusing. I can't handle it, right? So what they do is they say, okay, if you have a W-2, that's called a job. But you can adjust your taxes with a form W-4. Now, if you got business, that's called 1099. And some 1099s file their taxes on what's called a Schedule C. But the form on the Schedule C is called a Form 1040.
Brian, stop.
But if you got a job, I got to tell them, you got a job, then you got a file 401k. If you got a nonprofit, you got a 501c. See all?
All right. And so he said, if you have a job, you have a 401k. Do you know how many people have been robbed of thousands out of their 401k? Robbed of thousands by this feds pumping the stock market out of their 401k. You all don't understand how a job is robbing you not only of passive income opportunities, but being highly taxed. And then pensions and 401ks are being robbed as well.
All that.
Yeah, right. I'm confused already, man. Simplify it, first, man. Simplify it.
Let me simplify it for you. W-2 means high taxes. Okay? That's what it is.
That's what it means.
Nothing wrong with a job. It just means that the code for W-2 is the government gets the taxes. I mean, your money first.
Right.
Okay, I've been trying to get you all to understand it. It means the government gets your money first. You don't pay yourself first. You know how we have some people, Martin said, credit class and credit church. So let's have a little credit church, right? It is. That people don't understand it. Pensions, 401ks, rip off, right? Mark said credit church. Let me explain. Okay, let's have credit church. People try to do these three things. They try to save 10% for themselves. Okay, I'm gonna put 10% of my savings for myself. This is going to be my fund account or my emergency account. They oftentimes try to give 10% to the church or a nonprofit. And then after they say they want to pay themselves 10% to a giving, 10% to a church or a nonprofit, they often do, right, 10% for savings, right? Savings, right? The old adage that worked for our grandparents is not going to work for you. Easy, you're right. Easy, we might get along this live stream. How about that? Right? You all put hashtag easy. I think easy. Okay, easy. We might get along this live stream easy, right? The government will be, yes, they are, reduces people pensions. And I'm gonna tell you, I have an 84-year-old mentor. She told me, she said, oh, go to school, be a teacher. You're gonna have a nice pension, you ain't retired. Now she's calling me saying my pension payments may be reduced because of the stock market effect. My pension payments may be reduced. And then I start to question that theory or question that advice because I was wondering, I said, well, if teachers' pension payout is so good, why do I see so many retired teachers who come back into the school system to either substitute teach or they used to be at Walmart saying, welcome to Walmart? I was like, it can't be that good because they can barely afford retirement, right? And she's still stuck on that traditional way. She was on the phone with me today. I have to limit my conversations with. She's sweet. She's elderly, but she doesn't get it. She keeps telling me if this person would have just gotten their degree, they would just got an education. And I said, for what? Do you know most millionaires and billionaires? I'm not against education per se. But I just know it's a whole lot of people that get in student loan debt for degrees that don't give them a return on investment for their pay at an early age. Student loan debt is the first debt that you can get into thousands of dollars without even qualifying credit-wise. All you have to do is commit to a school, not really understand if that job opportunity is going to pay you enough financially. It's long gone are the times for people to do what they're passionate about, right? It's time for you to do what brings you passive income. I'm passionate about teaching and educating and coaching, right? And I coach basketball as well. But I also teach and coach in the business and financial world as well. And that's why most people go broke. They want to get paid for what they're passionate about, but they don't want to invest in what they're passionate about, right? Meaning that you may have to learn some boring stuff like the tax codes, like the financial game that's being played, like these economic crashes. But people want quick fix. Without a financial education, you're still going to be broke. That's why I can't believe in Dave Ramsey concept, because yes, I can tell people to cut up their credit cards, but if they don't get cash flow, you are going to be broke. because now you don't even have credit cards as a second income stream that you can use in case of emergencies to pay for your essential bills or even groceries if you're hungry. And Dave Ramsey has been informing people to double up on being employees and to get a second job. And I'm hearing time and time again, people tell me I had to reduce my hours on my second job because I had to pay back in taxes. And I was getting taxed too high. So that second job didn't even work for them. Until you understand how to keep 80% on the dollar that you earn and paying the IRS, you will never reach financial freedom, ever. I don't care what you're trading. I don't care what your capital gains, right? You will never get financial freedom until you get passive income, not quick flips. And yes, he is. He really is hustling that. And, I tell anybody, look, if someone is so against credit cards and they think credit cards are so evil, then why would they accept credit cards for their books and teaching platform as a form of payment? Let me tell you something. I'm the queen of credit, right? And if I hated credit cards, which I don't, they're my financial investors and they give me cashback returns. But if I hated them, I would tell people hands on, I do not accept these as any form of payment. That's how set against I am about credit cards. That's how evil I think credit cards are and why they're destroying you. He had people to work 2 jobs to get rid of credit card debt when they can snap of the finger file bankruptcy. Working 2 jobs, taken away from your family, taken away from your health, taken away, and he can't even, I'm trying to see how he's going to sell that advice in this economy. Where you going to find 2 jobs now, right? And instead of just teaching people, look, you're broke. You can get $200 to $800 a month out of that one paycheck if you did this one thing. And now that you made a mistake, let me give you a financial education so you never make that mistake again. Or if you don't file bankruptcy, you might have to let it go into charge-off status and re-envision your credit so that you ever need credit cards again, you can get it. I'm sorry to take my hair down. You can get it from other credit unions and companies, but now use credit cards to invest. Right? Dave Ramsey said he lost it all, but in that same breath, he says he lost it all, but he filed bankruptcy. You didn't lose it all if you filed bankruptcy. I'm sorry, you didn't lose it all. Now bankruptcy help you keep some things, right? So if you filed bankruptcy, you did not lose it all. That's correct, Jones. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They are a waste of money. I'm gonna toast to you on that. I'm teaching now. I'm preaching and teaching. We having credit class and credit church all on a Friday night, right? Jamie said defund, defrost, degree to take away. Right, most degrees are set up to get you in bad debt early on and to keep you in bondage. Then you get a job on top of that bad debt, and now you're servicing bad debt that you can't even file in bankruptcy. Right? Credit cards will garnish your paycheck. They will garnish your tax returns. You can't get rid of them in bankruptcy like you can. Student loans. You can't. Student loan will garnish your paycheck, garnish your tax returns, and you can't get rid of them in bankruptcy like you can credit card debt. Right? And yes, he does. He is harsh on people that get in bad credit card debt as well. I won't take that away from him. He is. But he don't tell you what's really stealing your wealth or your paycheck at that matter, right? So people don't realize they're funding his lifestyle. Yeah, Dave Ramsey is a multi-millionaire. He's not self-made when he needs your money. That's true. He's a multimillionaire. Um, Carissa says he manipulates his audience, and they truly believe that they are fine. They do. It was one woman. I didn't mean to go here, but let me tell you something, people. If you don't make the income, you're gonna have to. And why not use the base money right now if you know some? If you had the financial intelligence to invest, debt is so cheap right now. Because this is why I tell people all the time: when you use debt, a loan to invest, you're not even taxed on it. And you might say, well, Queen, I still have an interest rate to repay. You might do have an interest rate to repay, but that's cheaper than taxes. You're going to be taxed 30, 40% if you use your own cash to invest in real estate, to invest in Forex, whether you're using your checking account connected. You're going to get taxed at the end of the year as income on those return capital gains, right? But when you use the bank's money, all you service back is the interest rate, not taxes. Not taxes, right? Okay, let's see. Let's see what Easy has to say. Easy says, I filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy, 70,000 credit card debt, like Trump filed bankruptcy 6 times, countdown to buy a new home in 12 months. Okay, Easy, I can't argue with you on that, right? You got rid of your credit card debt the easy way. But let me ask you this. Easy, in the $70,000 of credit card debt, what assets did you get with it? Because when you file bankruptcy on that debt, if you would have had assets that you bought with it, you keep the assets too. So did you get gold? Did you buy silver with that credit cards? Did you invest in real estate? My first rental property, flip property, was with a credit card. See, when you file bankruptcy with a credit card, you still keep the assets. So Easy, surely if you did this 6 times, you had some assets on that credit card, right? So let me know what assets you got. Of course, AR, a business allow you to write off the interest. Because people don't know, even if you're going to be a landlord, right? Lord, that income is considered, or that payment from your tenants or client is considered tax income as well. So when you get a loan and you service back that loan or a debt, it's tax deductible, right? I've taught on this many times. So no, it depends on what you do with your debt. And it depends on what type of debt you accumulate. If you get credit card debt and you have assets on that credit card debt, you keep the assets. Even if you file bankruptcy, or even if they charge the card off, and now you just have to invest in getting the charge off removed from your credit report if it's reported illegally. See, I have to open people's mind up to there's good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is anything that makes you money. I mean, good debt is anything that makes you more money than servicing the bill. Bad debt is anything you pay out of your pocket every month that doesn't pay you back. And right, thank you, AR. This is so refreshing. It can be leverage. It can be leverage. I get tired with a capital T of getting bankruptcies deleted out people's credit report. And you know what they have on that bankruptcy? Department store cards, credit cards that were used to get liabilities and not assets. Just nothing of value. I'm like, if you're going to file bankruptcy, if you're going to have something that's a potential ink spot on your credit report for 10 years, get some assets out of it. More than a vacation memory that you swiped on that credit card. I even consider making groceries at this point with a credit card assets because you have to eat. Even though I do think some people are overeating and they are eating, including myself, not eating healthier foods. I'm about to change that next week. Yeah, buying clothes, shoes. Okay, Easy said he filed 2 times, so he kept his furniture in a 5-bedroom. I don't mind Trump filing bankruptcy. He's just leveraging the system. That's very smart of him. So you filed 2 times and you kept furniture in a 5-bedroom. Okay, that's it. Could have got more assets with that. If you're gonna file bankruptcy, file with a purpose, file with a strategy. My question: how can I buy a G-Wagon and file for bankruptcy? I'll wait until I buy a house. Should I get 6 credit cards? I never own a credit card. No, if you never own a credit card, honey, just start with 1 and see can you handle that 1 responsibly. I'll wait till I buy a house. You can wait till you buy a house, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was in a situation where I didn't have a house note, the first house I would buy would be a rental house first. And then I would buy my own residential house. So the rental house can pay my residential house mortgage. And then that way I don't have a house note. You're going to use your credit, right? Yes, bankruptcy is like hitting the reset button, but it's not a very smart decision to make if you're going to go out and buy liabilities. And if all you're going to get out of a bankruptcy is a residential property, that's better than some people, but it's still not the best, right? That's better than some, but it's still not the best. Martin says use credit card like a debit card, things you have to pay, bills and grocery, right? And make sure you have some good cash back reward cards, people. And so let's share this article. I'm sharing the problems with you, but I'm also giving you solutions. Now, we talked about American Airlines layoff, but we didn't discuss Delta. Delta Airlines told their respective employees that the company's plan for a massive layoff. Look, both in October, American Airlines would downsize 19,000 jobs, and Delta plans to lay off nearly 2,000 pilots. Yeah. And we still have some people who's trying to make it out 1 paycheck, 1 income. Impossible. If you're not willing to change, right? If you're not willing to change, you will be on the other side of the coin. There's 3 sides to every coin: heads, tails, and even the smooth side. You're not going to be on the smooth side. You're not going to be on the head side. You're going to be on the tail end. AR says, I need a new car. This is the car, AR, I always recommend. For right now, just make sure with Chase, when you're applying, that you don't have more than 5 inquiries. And they're also looking at your resilience score, which means they're looking at, will you be in good standing in the future to have a job? Put that link in here. You know, people always throw up that Trump has filed bankruptcy X amount of time. Do you all understand the assets that Trump kept in his bankruptcies? Do you all understand he filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, not Chapter 7, right? Do you understand the assets that he has kept in his bankruptcy filings? Don't compare yourself to a person who keeps assets in their bankruptcies. Mr. J says the airlines are extorting U.S. Government money right now. So Chase Card Freedom, you earn up to $200 cash back. after you spend $500 on your purchases for the first 5 months. I highly recommend that you get essential items or you pay essential bills. It's a 0% APR for 15 months, right? And you get unlimited cash back. I think the Citi card has like 2%, but it's not on our purchases, right? And there's no minimum that you have to spend. So I like this, that whatever you purchase, you don't have to be like in season or, from January to April. If you purchase these from these stores, these select, you'll get 2%. So that's why I like Chase. They call it the Freedom Card for a reason. You get more freedom, right? And, they do have some partner benefits as well, DoorDash and Lyft. And 0%, I like that for 15 months. So I do like that on your purchases. All right, last thing, and then I'm logging off. Yes, that is great. 0%, 15 months is very great. Easy says single independent folks will get married, 2 income. 2 incomes are not always better than one. Easy. I am recently divorced in 3 years, and I am a 6-figure income earner without my ex-husband. And when we were married, we was always in the negative in our checking accounts. See, this is the type of advice that people take in life, and that's why they live paycheck to paycheck, right? You also you like Bank of America. Let me look at Citi cards. Look at Citi cards and see if they change anything. Okay, it is some disclaimer in Citi cards, as I thought. Right? People, please stop commenting about stuff you don't have firsthand knowledge. Like easy. 2 incomes are better than one. Not in our situation. When I was married, we stayed negative in checking account. My income has grew since my divorce. So don't think because you're single that you have to suffer financially. My God, please, I strongly dislike that people that comment about things that they have no firsthand knowledge about. You can do it. You can do it as a single woman or you can do it as a married woman. But when you're married, you have to be on the same page, especially when you have a joint checking account. The right hand has to know what the left hand is doing. Right? You got a net flying around here. When it comes with the food, right? 2 incomes don't mean anything. I mean, you're double stressed if it's not the right partner with the right mindset. I'm just one home-based business, one credit consulting business, and then I also coach and teach basketball in the public schools. Just don't claim it, Veronica. Put yourself in position to get it. See, it's too many Christians that name it and claim stuff and they never get anything. You have to take action. The very first thing I did when I got divorced was join a home-based business and got $500 more out of my paycheck than what I call paycheck pay raise because I had 475 tax deductions. I increased my cash flow. My credit score did not take a hit because I knew credit. I've always known credit. Now, the myth that you earn 2% cash back on a double rewards card is just a myth. Is 1% when you buy and 1% when you pay. So if you're doing that and you're paying your bill on time, then you will get that 2%, right? So I'm not knocking it, but you just have to understand how that goes. So do you want 1.5% universal, or do you want 2% double cash back, 1% as you pay? Now I do like that. They also have a 0% too. Let me see, can I find it? I do have a Citi card. Yeah. Now their 0% is for 18 months. But you don't get the bonuses if you spend $500 in 3 months, $200 cash back. So that cash back options does have stipulations to it. but it's still a great card to have. I have Citi Card. I love them, and they have great customer service. Alexander said, I'm current president of furlough with no respect to returning back to work. Alexander, I'm just going to be honest with you. When I got divorced, because I recognized that second income stream would be leaving, I immediately, number one, did my home-based business and began to do what I had been doing for him and my friends and family for years, which was credit restoration. I just decided to, let's go. You've been doing this for him. You've been doing this for family. I faced everything with him except for bankruptcy, right? And I'm saying this to say this. When you start any home-based business or any business, period, you have got to be hungry. You have got to have a why factor. You have got to want this aggressively. You can't listen to people who are less educated about a home-based business tell you that's not a good thing. The cash flow opportunities is there. It's virtual, online, it's leveraging, it's private, massive training that goes on all the time, daily. You cannot be afraid to speak with people. You cannot be afraid to hear no's, even though I don't think you're going to hear many no's because people are desperate financially and they're desperate credit-wise. And if they say no, then what options do they have, right? And if they do say no, even in this economy, they'll move on. I have some people that join a home-based business and they don't even have like a Facebook set up. That lets me know you're afraid to market this to people. They have no profile picture, no Facebook, no post. You're still afraid. If you care about what people think about you making more money, then no, a home-based business is not for you. But if you're concerned about your financial well-being and the well-being of your family, then yes, it is. Investing in real estate, I really wouldn't recommend that until 2021 till real estate goes on sale. And so what's your income level? What's your hustle level? For $228, you can flip that and invest in a home-based business. So let me share this. I didn't finish the home-based business video. My mentor has made $500,000 on a one-time investment of $228. Easy. I'm confused because you just said a few minutes ago that two are better than one, and to get two incomes, now you're telling me that your income has increased since your divorce. If that's the case, then why did you make the post a few moments ago that two incomes are better than one? What happens if you have a clean file but one late on your credit file that's a year old? That's a great question. Those late payments can hurt you detrimentally. You can try to wait to 2021. Late payments stay. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about increase. Late payments stay for 7 years, but they only factor or affect your credit score for two years. So you can wait 2 years until it's no longer calculating in or factoring your credit score, or you can dispute it yourself, or you can get professional help to dispute it. All right, those are your three options. The Queen and I am working on part-time, full-time, but I need a second for income because I'm always pocket. The Queen, you need to join the home-based business with me. Right. Superman, so what kind of business? Let me share this with you. And I gotta go. Or I get too tired to go where I'm supposed to go.
We we are in the building, and guess what?
And then I'm going to share the opportunity to enroll with you.
Talk to people about the mentality of 119 is.
All right. Give me a second.
It's better to participate in the change.
That's right.
Versus going against the change.
Trying to fight it. That's right.
The people who go against change, they don't never survive. They don't make it. I don't care how. They always in a funk. But
That's right.
you can't do nothing about the pandemic. But there are ways you can participate in this whole thing and still earn a nice check, right? And I'm telling you, I got a nice check. I'm trying to make it a nice check.
Residual, right?
Residual.
So let me show you guys how this works. Here's what you would do. You would say, what's my role? Here's your role. We got like this three-headed snake. Your role is to expose people. That's it. You expose. So put that in your comments. All I do is expose. That's what you're saying to yourself. What we do in Extra Digit, we do the education and marketing for you. As you can see, we do the Zooms, we do the StreamYards, we do the monthly campaigns. We got things like the $10,000 giveaway. Junior was happy to.
I want you to catch that. He said they do the education and marketing for you. They do the Zooms, they do the training, right? We having a $10,000 giveaway going on right now to September the 1st, right?
Contribute. I contributed, right? All of our leaders contributed. We put $10,000 in a pot that over the next few days and next few weeks, we're going to roll out to a whole bunch of you guys who invest in yourself. We're going to give you your investment back, you see, or a percentage of it, or some of you guys, all of it. So we do the campaigns, the giveaways, the presentations, the PowerPoint, the education, the wealth worksheets, the mindset, the seminars. You bring people to the family and say, hey, these guys are learning or teaching some things that you may want to learn. Now, Making Wealth Real, they do the hard part. They are the experts who help you in those 4 key areas. Now, Kim talked about one of them, but let me show you guys the startup slide. This startup is $228. Now, I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying. $228 one time and $119 a month. Think that's $4 a day, and you got experts. MWR has a staff helping all of our members in 4 areas of their finances. Now, this is what I call the roller coaster that you want to ride. So wait, first of all, put that in your notes. $228 one time.
Yeah.
$119 a month, which is $4 a day. Now, one thing I like about you, Jenny, when I work with you, you've had money for a while, and you've been on stage for many, many, many years, and you're around money all the time, and you've got money yourself. Talk to people about the mentality of 119 is another expense versus 119 being what you need to be happy to pay for your business. What's the difference in that mentality of brokenness versus investment?
Yeah, the broke mentality. Broke people always clinch.
Mm-hmm.
They clinch because they think they can't afford to lose. I mean, I remember my grandmother and them, like, just going to McDonald's when I was growing up. I don't know. You talking about 3 Happy Meals for 3 kids? The problem. So what I've learned though, as I started making money and being around money and how people deal with money, like for my own personal situation, this pandemic was not great for me.
Mm-hmm.
See, it was not great. Only thing I knew was that I lost, just being honest, close to about over $250,000 just telling jokes. I'm gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. That's what it was about $250,000 gone. But my lifestyle didn't change. Didn't nothing change in my life. See, I don't listen to people who've never made a $250,000. See, I lost it.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
See, so that's the mindset. See, the mindset of somebody who never made a $250,000, I'll tell you, dang, dog, you lost $250,000. How you gonna survive now? Just like I've been surviving. Since my mindset now is, being around people with money, is they don't worry about money they lost. They go find a way to make new money.
That's right.
That's the difference.
He said a mindset, a progressive mindset for people. They don't worry about the money they lost. They find a way to make new money, right? New money.
28 can make you $100,000. Why wouldn't you do it?
Woo!
Why wouldn't you? I mean, seriously, let's just think about it.
Yeah.
Simple mindset. See, we're entrepreneurs, Brian. You've been an entrepreneur for over 20-something years.
Mm-hmm.
What's our mindset? An employee has a mindset of 228, 119 a month. I'm clenching.
Right.
You're clenching.
Right.
And that's the difference between what we do is that we can see, oh, for 228, I get my taxes down, I get my credit score up, I get my debt eliminated, I get my wealth built, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm in cash flow positive. Wait a minute, 119 is write off too? Yeah. Yeah, 119 is a write off. Yeah.
That's right there.
And like you said, and let me tell you all this before you freeze up about the 119, it's a self-funded business, meaning that you get 3 people, right? It's no cost to you. So it doesn't have to be 119 a month unless the only person that, and this is not an LLC, no, this is a home-based business. Unless the only person that you tell and enroll about the business is yourself. And even people, if they get that return on investment back right from step 1, which is you get experts from the IRS who analyze your paycheck to see if you are overpaying in taxes. And if you're an employee, right, you are, just point blank.
Roller coaster again. Taxes what? Down. Credit scores what? Up. Debt what? Down. Assets what? Up. And guys, that's what the membership does. So you can't tell me that you can find $4 a day. You can't tell me that you can't find $4 a day to help your interest come down and your credit go up and your debt go down and your assets go up. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. We're just in a good mood today. It's hard to be in a bad mood with Junior, but I'm gonna say this and leave it alone. Man, people that are not from the States come over here, Junior, and you hear this all the time. They come over here with $50. Am I right?
They do. You ain't gotta tell. I know where you're going. Yeah.
You know, hey, I came to the States with $200 in a backpack. I came to the States with $300 in a dream. I can't, and they come over here, man, and they'll take the 300, and they know the first thing they got to do is make 3 turn into what? 9.
Wow. Yeah.
They don't look. They'll make 3 turn into 4. That's 100 more than what than they had.
Right.
They know when they get over here, this is the land of flip. You know what I'm saying? I got $200. It's way more than I had back home. I'm gonna take my money, flip, give it some people, flip, leverage me a restaurant, flip, leverage me a business.
Yeah, Brian, 2 years later, 11 7-Elevens. Talk 5 Chinese restaurants.
4 restaurants.
6 bodegas.
They flipping. We get over here, got a good job, got 228, worried about the 119. It's just amazing. You gotta have your mentality of, let me let some of my money go, invest in me. It ain't like you letting it go into the atmosphere. It's going into your business and that 228 and that 119. So y'all be honest, man, I don't know what the end of the year is gonna do, but so far I'm like $500,000 in, and I invested 228 in November of last year.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. He's at $500,000, invested 228 November last year. So if you want to know more about the business, go to my website as well. You need credit help. Everything is here. Credit help tab, home-based business information. You go there. It takes you to that page. Everything you need to know is fixmycreditandcash.com, right? So with that being said, and I would love to have people who already have the mind, right? So I can help you build passive income as well. I know you may be thinking, and I'm logging off because I gotta go. Well, all she do is talk about her business, and she talks about her millionaire mentor. Well, let me give you someone else's perspective about why you need a home-based business. The queen of home-based business, Dr. Lynn Richardson.
Not be your final answer. Let me tell you once again, fear cannot be your final answer. While you are trying to get to this next level, while you are trying to break through and do something that you've never done so you can get someplace that you've never been, which is a place called freedom in your finances, you cannot accept fear as your final answer. Now, a lot of you are going out there talking to your tax preparers, talking to people saying you want to hire your kids in your home-based business, and they're telling you all kind of answers that are incorrect. Those answers are called fear. Now, last week I talked about the 5 F's that'll keep you broke. I talked about feelings because money is not emotional. I talked about family because sometimes family will keep you guilty and doing things that you shouldn't do, and then friends, you're running around at the club doing all kind of stuff. Yeah, they're your friends from kindergarten, but guess what? You need some new friends if you want to get to a new level. You don't have
Let me pause. You need new friends if you want to get to a new level, just point blank.
to discard them, but you got to figure out what you're doing with your energy. Then we talked about food, because people are eating up half their check. You're eating too much food and you're getting fat and your pockets are not getting.
As you say, people eating up too much food. I'm gonna have to get on the healthy diet this week. I'm just gonna have to do that.
In fact, and then I talked about fun. If you're having fun and you're broke, it's something wrong.
If you're having fun and you're broke, there is something wrong.
But there's another F, and it's the biggest F. It's called fear. And fear cannot be your final answer. So I am telling you that you can hire your kids to work in your home-based business. You can pay each child up to $12,400 a year. That money that you pay them.
Did you all hear that? $12,400 a year. It's just so many things you can do through a home-based business.
It's a tax write-off to you if you are working, have a home-based business. You have to have a home-based business. You have to have the intent to make a profit. You have to run your business like a business, not a hobby, okay? And then you have to work in your business at least 3 to 4 days per week, at least 45 minutes per session. That is what legal.
3 to 4 days a week, 45 minutes, 3 to 4 days a week. Right? That's it.
And according to the IRS, that's what a home-based business is. So when you go out there and people tell you you don't qualify, you say fear is not the final answer. When you go out there and people tell you, well, that's too risky, you say fear is not the final answer. When you go out there and people don't even have an answer, they just tell you no, you tell them fear is not the final answer, and you show them the facts. This is IRS Publication 15. IRS Publication 15. This is the 2020 version. Here it is, everybody. This is it. And on page 13, look at what it says. On page 13, it says you can hire your children. That money is tax-free money to them. The first $12,400 of a child working in the home-based business of a parent is tax-free to them, and it's a tax write-off to you. So now the money that you are spending on tuition, on ballet, on football, on whatever it is, tuition, whatever it is, now that money that was no longer a tax write-off is now a tax write-off to you.
And that's why I have to get people to understand the power of home-based business, because it's the only business that the money you spend out can return back to you. Right? You need new friends. If you're having fun and you're broke, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Where else is no other business that serves square footage of your home and the utilities that you pay and the maintenance in your home or wherever you reside, apartment, condo, can come back to you. Is no other business, people. No other business that you can pay your kids up to $12,400. I know you love your kids, but they cost you money, right? No other business, not a landscaping business, you only get this in a home-based business where the mileage and wear and tear of your vehicles and maintenance is tax deductible, right? There's Dr. Lynn Richardson. She talks about the power of a home-based business as well. And I'm telling you, when you get credit, when you combine credit and cash flow, now it's easy said, 2 incomes, a great financial marriage is formed. When you combine credit and cash flow, people, not credit and income. Income is what you get from a job through a paycheck. When you combine credit and cash flow, a financial powerful merger is made, right? And then you can be financially prepared for a marriage and not financially in poverty with a marriage, right? Credit and cash flow. I'm helping you take care of both of them. So let me just share it with you, because people always want to know how's it doing for you. Let me log in. I'm gonna share with you my back office. See, I'm gonna let you see that this is mine, because I'm putting my email address in it, ld@fixmycreditandcash.com. That's my email address. blow it up, because people think they'll be. And actually, see, that's my email address. Actually, I'm on the PowerPoint. I can take you to the PowerPoint. This is money I get every day by just waking up. Passive income. This is the daily guarantee money that I get deposited to me every day. This is the balance that's in there. This is my luxury vehicle bonus. I'm at tier 1. Tier 2 is $1,250 a month. I get $500. It's 10 ways to get paid. Now I'm currently getting $500 a month. I'm getting a presidential bonus of $500 a month. And to be quite honest with you, if I just focus on this and not credit, I would be getting residual passive pay $5,000 to $10,000 a month. I know I would, but I can't just start something and stop it in midstream. I gotta be at peace when I say, you know what, Queen is hanging up her crown. I'm done with credit repair. And I would not be at peace in doing that in a crisis. I just would, right? It's a powerful financial marriage. And so once this crisis, let up, credit crisis, I give it a year. I'm putting the crown, focusing on the home-based business full time, because it's much easier from a mental stress level, right? So the last thing I want to share with you all, economy is slumping again as Washington puts stimulus on hold. This was released August 21st. I want you all know that the stimulus is on hold. The unemployments have been approved, $300. A growing number of economists are saying, now let me share with you all, the unemployment is for unemployed people. There's nothing in place right now for people that are employed but still struggling financially. That's why I always push the home-based business and your credit together. A growing number of economists are saying the recent recovery driven by reopening of the economy in Washington stimulus is slowing and may end as soon as this month. The forecasts are the latest signal that the failure of President Trump and Democrats to reach a deal on an additional stimulus. This gnat is bothering me. Additional stimulus bill starting to drag down the economy in the wake of the continued pandemic. On Thursday, the government reported 1.1 million people had applied for new state unemployment benefits. That was up 130. Listen, people, this is the Great Depression of 1930s numbers. You think this is going to be like 2008, you are drastically mistaken. Higher than expectations. Most economies has expected the new claims to stay under 1 million. The number of self-employed applicants seeking jobless age, 543,000, has increased in the prior week. And so right now, it looks like the stimulus is on hold. And I want to relook at this article for the people in California, Jesus, and those who may be watching the replay, because I know California was approved for the 300, and that's retroactive. What does that mean is, but I just want to read this again to make sure that I read it correctly. Retroactive means it dates back to August 1st or back pay. But when I read the article last night, it said that it could only last for 3 weeks. So let me read a different article to make sure. California is about to send out 300 weekly unemployment bonus payments, and it will include payments going back to August 1st. That's wonderful. They'll begin to issue this in supplemental unemployment benefits on September the 7th. So they apply for the FEMA has been approved. The 300 payments should cover about 85% of the average worker's wage. So that means 300 from the federal in addition to the state's unemployment. But it said the unemployment benefit will be available to anyone who is eligible. So the eligibility requirements is that you have to be eligible for at least $100 a week in unemployment benefits. And has proved that there are unemployment or partially unemployed because of the Rona and the pandemic, right? These benefits are crucial for families, and I just read somewhere that this could last only 3, maybe 6 weeks. I don't see it in this article. And that's what I was trying to find, right? If it could last longer, because I'm glad it's going to be retroactive or back paid beginning August 1st. It won't last for long. So let me try to find how long will the 300 unemployment benefits last. Then I'm logging off. I think I said that 3 times anyway. How long can you receive that? I just, I read an article when I went live last night. It said to 3 weeks. So let me share this with you. I did find something else on it. And just trying to keep you aware and to keep you woke so you don't think economically that it would get better anytime soon. So 300 unemployment benefit, who will get it and when? 34 states have so far signed the president's Trump's program to get more money to jobless. Why is it taking me? Okay. In early August, President Trump declared a plan to deliver 400 to tens of millions of unemployed Americans, a short-term fix to replace the 600. What is now clear is that the federal supplement is 300 a week, not 400. A few states have began paying out. Tax revenues have been sinking at the time. So Montana and Kentucky has chosen the $400 option. Jobless workers with small unemployment. Wow. Only people qualify for at least 100 a week in unemployment benefits. So that's at least, right? That means you can get more. So you have to qualify for at least. And this is a list of 34 states who are signed so far. South Dakota, governor said her states would forego the funds, even though they have 80% of job loss. Payments, again, September the 7th. Some other states saying it can take up to mid-September. This is the part I really want to look at. The extra benefits is likely to run out in September, right? To finance the program without congressional appropriation, Mr. Trump set it up to draw from federal disaster funds, which is FEMA, a limited pool, and the administrator said is no more than $44 billion in that fund. According to estimates for FEMA and the Labor Department, that sum could cover up to 4 to 5 weeks of payments. So they're supposed to be retroactive, which means back paid starting August 1st. So recipients might be paid only through September, right? So the head of FEMA said on a call Thursday that the initial approvals were for 3 weeks. They'll add additional weeks from there as needed if they don't run out of funding. So this could very possibly, even though it's backdated in September, right? And then you have things like FEMA is set up for natural disaster. So you have areas now because of hurricane season in Louisiana, for example, in some parts of Tennessee and Mississippi that would need that natural disaster funds as well. So it's $44 billion left. And if they have to allocate some of that to the natural disaster areas, they will, which will make, so be wise with your unemployment, invest in something that will bring you greater cash flow return. Hey, I'm signing out. Look, you all have a great Friday, right? I'm on to enjoy my Friday with my friends. But here's to your health and wealth, your peace and prosperity, your credit and your cash flow. Queen of Credit out. Be safe. Make sure you subscribe to me as YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, because I do pop up live streams whenever, right? And you want to be notified. So hit that bell notification button and subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Till you next time, get your credit and your cash flow up.